Hello everybody, and welcome to my review of the LEGO Ninjago, The Old Town. This is 71861, 14 plus, and that's 4,851 pieces, and retails for $300 here in the United States. As you can see here, the set comes with a ton of great stuff. 23 minifigures and an amazing build. I can't wait to show you everything the Old Town comes with, so let me take you section by section and minifigure by minifigure so you all can see everything that you get with this $300 epic set, which I believe now is the most pieces for a Ninjago set, or maybe one of the Ninjago cities is that, but this is definitely one of the biggest LEGO Ninjago sets ever made. The first two characters we get here in the Old Town are Sensei Wu and Garmadon. Sensei Wu, I'm just going to say this, I don't have the set right now, but this version of Sensei Wu comes in the character display, the blacksmith shop, all those other legacy anniversary sets. So this Wu is not exclusive. You can get the Wu anywhere else. This Garmadon, though, is exclusive. But all the other parts are found in the Garmadon Legacy. But the head print there, that especially this smiling head print, is exclusive to the Old Town right now. And that might change. More Garmadons might have it in the future. But for right now, that head print with him smiling is exclusive to the Old Town. So yeah, I mean, you know, basic figures. Master Wu looks like Master Wu. Garmadon looks like Garmadon with his power. Of course, this is the Garmadon before the 4 arms, but it's still an older Garmadon. Which goes well, of course, with the young Wu and young Garmadon, but I'm covering those figures at the end of the minifigure section. Alright, let's move on to the next figures. Next up here, we have the new ZX versions of Kai and Nia. Nia from the pilots, of course, and all that, and Kai in his ZX suit, of course. I guess if you want to say this is kind of an exclusive variant of Kai for the Old Town, because this version of the figure does come in the character display. The only piece that's different is his hairpiece, but the hairpiece comes in Dragon's Rising sets. Dragon's Rising sets. It comes in the blacksmith shop. It comes in like this hairpiece is extremely common. You could probably even pick-a-brick it if you just wanted this Kai minifigure with the hairpiece. I mean, it's super easy to get. The Nia, on the other hand, is a little harder to get because she is only in the blacksmith shop or the Old Town. She's not in the character display like the other ones, because in that one, she is, of course, her Samurai X garb, and so Nia will not, she's not in her Samurai X here, so, of course, these versions of Nia are locked behind 2 very expensive sets, the $100 blacksmith shop and the $300 Old Town. So, you know, it's not the easiest to get, but you can definitely get it. Next, we are going to go to some of the other ninja. Alright, now moving on to Jay and Cole. Jay here is exclusive to this set because of his like pilot gear or the wings. That's the only thing that makes him exclusive, because if you just take off his pilot gear, which I will real quick, you can give him his you can give him his ZX Ninja hood there and have him be the normal ninja. And that's in the character display as well just like that, without the wingsuit. Cole has everything from the character display besides his mask. He's like Kai. He doesn't have his mask in this set. So in a way, this is kind of an exclusive variant for the Old Town, even though that hairpiece you can get in other Dragons Rising sets or just other sets in general. So not fully exclusive, but it's still a cool figure. But these two can be found in the character display with their full Ninja ZX gear. So, I mean, that's about it for Cole and Jay. Let's move on to the next ninja. Next up is Lloyd Garmadon and Harumi. So, of course, we've got Lloyd, the Green Ninja, the new ZX version of him. I mean, you know, it's Lloyd. It's the Green Ninja suit. The ZX suit now with the gold for all the new legacy versions of the ZX suits. His golden weapon. And of course, every other ninja comes with their golden weapon. Kai comes with the fire sword. The shurikens of ice with Zane. The scythe of quakes with Cole. And of course, the nunchucks with lightning for Jay. So they all have their golden weapons there. Lloyd has like that golden sword. And then Princess Harumi, or Harumi, from the Oni trilogy, and she comes back in Crystallized. There's a lot with Harumi. This is the She's With Us Harumi. When in the show, if you haven't seen Ninjago or don't know the meme, he says that Harumi, someone that's been not the best through Ninjago, is with them now. She is now good. Because Lloyd gets bricked up for her. As my wife likes to say when we watch Ninjago, he has a massive brick up for Harumi. So, but with Harumi, there is a special feature of her. Let me get her back over here. On the back of her head is another face print, which is the Oni mask there, and or the Habuki mask, I believe. And yeah, but there she is right there, and you can have her with the hood on and the Habuki mask. It's a cool figure, and glad that some characters are able to have different variations in the set. All right, on to Zane and Dr. Julian. Now we are on to Zane and Dr. Julian. Of course, we've got Zane in his ZX gear, which looks flippin' amazing. Also appears in the Ninja display. So in the Ninja display in this set, you get a full set of ZX Ninja, even though Cole and Kai don't have their hoods. And because of Jay's glider piece, he doesn't have his armor piece, but it's okay. But yeah. ZX Zane. And there's something special with Zane. He has a new headpiece. He has the normal blank stare he gives in Ninjago Season 1, Season 2. He gives this a few times throughout all of Ninjago, but definitely those first few seasons. And then on the back, where he gets damaged and stuff. Definitely a rebooted Zane as well. Damaged Zane. So, there we go. That's awesome. And that's the ZX version of Zane. And now we have Dr. Julian, a figure that all of Ninjago fandom has asked for goodness me, I mean, ever since he was in the show 15 years ago. So, yeah. We have the parrot piece as the falcon, because the falcon piece does not exist anymore. So they had to do the black parrot. But yes, Dr. Julian looks amazing, and because he's a new character, he does have another face, which is a scared face. But, I mean, perfect on the figure. I mean, you know, I've heard this was like a last-minute inclusion for the set, but it would have been nice if he had some leg printing. But besides that, an amazing figure. I can't really have nothing to complain about with Dr. Joy in here. Very good. Alright, on to the other characters in this set. Alright, now we are on to Dr. Saunders and the Hands of Time, or like the Time Twins, whatever you want to call them. We have Dr. Saunders, Young Crux, and Young Acronix. Even though Acronix, throughout the whole show, because he teleports through time 40 years, he looks the same as, you know, Young Acronix and Old Acronix look the same. Crux is a little different, though. Of course, as you know, in Ninjago, Dr. Saunders is revealed to be the evil mastermind, Crux. So they give that with his clock, because, you know, control time, control everything. And then Crux here, which is an amazing looking figure. Young Crux has on the back the Dr. Saunders face. So it's the same head reused for both figures, but it is a brilliant reuse because that's in the show. It's amazing. And then we have Acronix with his powers. And then on the back there, his smile from the show. And then his angry face. Brilliant two figures there. And those three, the Hands of Time trio here, is a perfect addition for the Old Town. The next two figures are figures you can find in the new Dragons Rising Season 4 wave for Season 4. So these aren't exclusive. They are in the Dragons Rising Season 4 sets, but if you're only buying Legacy sets, then you will not have these. So, unless you get this set. So, this is the Loyalist Leader. You can see that by their awesome printed staff piece. It's printed there. And on the back, we got the Emperor Palpatine hood. And on the back is Dr. Moreau. So then, LEGO kind of spoiled who the Loyalist Leader is before we even know why they are the Loyalist Leader. And then a Loyalist, or like a Loyalist follower, and yeah, Imperium, and yeah, got some cool faces there, and then boom. So those are the Loyalists for Dragons Rising, because the Old Town will appear somehow with the Loyalist in Dragons Rising Season 4. Not the exact configuration we have in this set here, but it will be in the new season. So, yeah. Now let's get on to the final 5 characters. I'm just going to cover them all because they're like basic civilians. So let's get into them. So here's the final 5 normal figures. There are 3 more figures, but that's the anniversary figures, which will be next. These are the final 5 like normal figures to the set. We have Chuck the Carpenter on the left, the Postman, Mastake, an administration agent in Faith from the Oni trilogy. Alright. So Chuck the Carpenter here. This is from Day of the Departed, where Cole was like, hey, I'm going to name you, like Ghost, I'm going to name you Chuck. And that's Chuck when he gets turned back into a human from Sensei Yang's temple. The Postman, of course, a new version of the Postman. The original version was in the Temple of Air Jitsu back in 2015. And yeah, very nice. Very nice figure. Then we have Mastake drinking her tea there. And she is also the seller of tea in Ninjago and in this set. So yeah, there is Mistake. I mean, it just looks amazing. Looks exactly like her from the show. So it's great to see. Then the Administration Agent. Now, this figure is like it is exclusive to these sets with how the parts are laid out, but you can like pick a brick or bricklink this figure, like the parts for it. All these parts come in like LEGO City sets or other sets. I just know that from watching like different reviews and things, but like the parts here aren't special, but this variation of parts is exclusive to this set. So it's cool, but it's like a basic like civilian minifigure. And then we got Faith. It's just exclusive to this set. She has her little blacksmith tools to work at the forge that she works in this set. And then she has her smile there, and then on the back, an angry face. And that is every single normal minifigure. Now let's get into the 3 anniversary figures this set comes with. And here's our final 3 minifigures for the Old Town. Young Woo, the first Spinjitzu Master, and Young Garmadon. So I'm going to just go by them one by one. Here is Young Woo. He has the element of creation and his like training staff, his bow staff there. Very nice Woo. On the back, he has the face like when he kicks Garmadon into the underworld there. He gets a little angry. Then we have the first Spinjitzu Master. I know everyone is excited for this character. Wow, there's his face, guys. And then on the back, he has his like ponytail, his suit there. Very nice. And his staff with the dragon head on top. It's a very, very nice figure. And then Young Garmadon. The red and purple, the white. I mean, this is exactly like it. And just watching Hands of Time again, too. Rewatching it recently. Yeah, this looks exactly like the Young Garmadon from the show. And then we have his evil eyes there. And then his smirk. Right there. And that is all of the anniversary figures. And of course they come on this awesome display plaque here. And on each end, just give me 1 second. This is a little hard to... But yeah, as you see, like, they come off on each end. And then you can connect the anniversary figures. And then connect this piece right back in there to cap off the anniversary collection. And so yeah, so you can add all 7 anniversary figures to this. I know it's crazy. We talked about all the figures in this set a lot. There were 23. Now we're actually getting onto the set. So let's go. And so right before we get to the Old Town, we're just going to go over the simple little things that are included. We have Mistake's tea cart. I mean, amazing. She's selling tea to everyone in Ninjago and in the Old Town. So, gotta make sure she has her tea cart here. Very nice. And then we have, I guess, a 24th minifigure, if you want to count this. The statue of the first Spinjitzu Master. With the stickers of the 4 golden weapons. There. Yeah, and also it's a one stud connection, so this can be a little loose keeping the first Spinjitzu Master statue on there. You can kind of knock it off easy, but but it's a very nice build, and for a display set, I'm not asking for like the best, you know, like secure connection for one little statue. It's fine. All right, here we go. We got the Chuck the Carpenter shop, and this is the little carpenter shop right here. Just raise it up. You got the little blueprints and things there. I believe these both say like carpenter or carpenter shop on them in the Ninjago language, so it's pretty cool. And of course, Chuck the Carpenter, where, you know, I'm going to keep him for this set. He can go right in the carpenter shop. You can have him right on inside doing his carpenter things. So, yeah, there we go. That is all the little, like, side builds you get with this set. Now, let's fully get in to all the sections of the Old Town, and then you get to see it fully completed in both orientations. So let's get right on into it. So I'm going to review the Old Town by how you build this in the set. The side builds, these that I showed you right before, and now the gate are the first instruction book of the Old Town. All of this set has major detailing, major rock work, as you see here. All of it is just so detailed and so amazing that it's like there's so much here. But this is the front of the front gate. And then I'm sorry, just give me one. And then this is the back of the gate. You've got the little knobs for the gate for it to like open and close. Unfortunately, even though there are knobs and like little sections where it look like you can close the gate is fully open at all times. So, yeah, but in the back, of course, there are little spots. You see all the little studs about back here where you can place your figures, like running out of the gate or just doing some fun stuff there. And then there's a few more sticker, up there. There's a sticker, Zane's missing poster from the Tournament of Elements. And then there's a cool feature here. You lift this up. And in the back here is the Prophecy of the Green Ninja on the sticker. And okay, I can't really get it out. It's kind of stuck in there. But that is the Prime Empire motherboard. It's back there as well. It's a little tight in there right now because you kind of just throw them in there and then that's it. So, yeah. But then you just put them back in there, shut this down, and it's hidden away. You cannot see it. But that is the front gate section of the Old Town. Not much. You can place your figures, do all that jazz that you want. But the main thing is this is the front gate of the Old Town. And it's a very nice gate. But let's move on to the next section you build, which is the post office and like Dragon Hunter blacksmith shop or forge. So let's move on to that. So this is the second portion of the Old Town here. And as you can see, a lot bigger than the gate and has a lot more to it. On the front of the building there, that does say like the post office and stuff, and you know, the forge and everything there. That says post office. On this one, it says like the forge. And then there's different, the like Woo Crew, Sons of Garmadon logo that's X'd out, Skybound. I think there's some like different little comic things in there as well. Just a lot of references to the show over its years it's been on. And then there's that sticker right back in there. The post office box. The Dragon Hunter symbol for the Dragon Hunter Forge up top. And you can open the door to get to the post office. I'll show you the post office in a minute because there is a lot better way to get in there. On the back is Kai, Nia, and Wildfire's wanted poster from Dragon's Rising. And there's a play feature with this. You knock the statue, and then it like brings the wall out and it falls over. So, and then there's a clip right back there, as you see. And then you just slide this. You slide it right back into the wall. If I can. There we go. It slid back in there, and now, yeah. Alright, and now I did say I'm going to show you a better look at the post office. That's because this entire back section can do this. Fold open to reveal the entire post office. You've got the water jug there. You've got like the trading card from one of the skeletons from the original Ninjago card game. The like ink and quill with a letter. Another Prime Empire thing. Mail everywhere. Just awesome stuff, awesome stuff. Now that's it for the post office. It's small. It's small, but it's very nice to see that you can do that. And then on the back, just, you know, more detailing on the walls and everything. And there is the blacksmith shop right there. Alright, and then, yeah. Sorry, just give me 1 second, I just have to play something. Alright, and that's basically it for the blacksmith area plus the post office. So yeah, and of course, and also with the Lego strings, which I absolutely hate, but you have this crane up here to raise and lower the container of cookies. There, it's a container that has some cookies in it, and with the Lego string can raise and lower. I don't like Lego strings; they're kind of annoying to do, but for the feature, it's nice. All right. Onto the lookout area now. This is the lookout area of the Ninjago Old Town. And so, you know, there's a ladder to get up to the lookout, and then inside of it there, You can take the roof off pretty easily, so I'm just going to show you inside. The telescope, the view that the old town has, if you see that sticker, that is the blacksmith shop, the 4 weapons blacksmith. So the old town is looking directly at, through this telescope, you can see the 4 weapons blacksmith, which is awesome. And then it says, like, this way, this way to, I guess, like, the front, the lookout, and then this way to the museum and all of the museum and all its buildings, Dr. Saunders' office and stuff. So, yeah. Then all you have to do is just, line it up, put it right back on top, and boom. And then there's the zip line, which is for the final part of the build, because this section connects to the biggest section of the build. And yeah, see, you can put your figures up in the lookout, looking in the telescope, and all of that nice stuff. Just how this was made was so cool. It looks so nice. So yeah, that's it for the lookout. It's not a big section. It's nothing incredibly too big, but the final section is, and it's basically, this is an add-on to the bigger section because it helps connect all the big section together. But it's great on its own as well. Very detailed, very nice looking. Very happy that it was included. And this was the next thing you build after the post office, so it's really good. Alright, on to the final building of the old town. As you can see, this is the final section of the old town. The museum and all the other stuff. And as you see, I can not even get the full top thing on my camera. It's that tall. It is absolutely massive. But I'm gonna show you everything. So basically, these are like welcome or exit signs right here at the front. Just nice detailing on the front there with stickers. There's a lot of sticker detailing in this set, as you've seen, but it does make it look nice, I'll admit. Nice sticker detailing up there of that sign as well. And on the back, there is more. And then there is like a secret section here. For the loyalists, you have their little cave entrance with the rock opens, but you can't really fit your finger in there to fit figures, so the whole wall comes out. So you can fit your loyalist in their little cave in the back. So back there, you can see like Empress Beatrix and all Imperium, like loyalist stuff. They're loyal to Imperium, so they are going to make sure that Imperium like lives again and all that type of jazz. So the loyalists are probably going to use all the monsters and stuff we've seen from the new season to try and enact like Imperium supremacy over here. So it's kind of going to get a little crazy in Ninjago. Next, we have this amazing like cherry blossom tree build with like the roots going down into the ground, like to look like they're going into the ground. Morrow's kite from season 5, Possession, which is nice to see in the tree. And then just some more amazing rock work. Yes. Oh, yeah, okay. Alright. Next, Dr. Saunders Museum. But on this side, this roof piece will pop off. And then there, you see all of the maps and different things that Dr. Saunders has. I think they're the Garmadon painting from the comics. And then in here, my hands, it's hard to get them in these tight spaces. But the Jack the Rabbit book that Wu reads to Lloyd to tell him to not trust snakes. is in there as well. Just fit the book back in there. And then, yeah, it's like an office. It's Dr. Saunders' office, a study, crux. And then, like, is it this set? I mean, no. I think I'd rather just show you how some of it works, where you can open up the sections, like back here. It's like kind of like a toy store, kind of collection area. It's just all the different sets from Ninjago. Like there's the Destiny's Bounty, an original 2012 set, like little versions, and like a newspaper back there. The old versions, like old sets being represented there as like Lego boxes, which is cool. Then you put that window back on. Blends perfectly in. And then the little ladder up to the final part of the build up here. You can, as you see, I mean, it's nice, very nice. I believe this is the wall that pops out for it. Yes, there we go. I got it. And then in there, it really is just a tiny, like, it's a nice little office area. Nothing really special. Fans and filing cabinets, all that jazz. Like a normal little office area for Crux or Dr. Saunders. And then you just stick that right back in there. And then the museum sticker there. All of it is very nice. Very, very nice indeed. But I'm going to cap the top over here, put the roof back on. And then there's final stickers there. I believe there's Ninjago there, and then that's another town. I think, oh yeah, the Ninjago City Docks is represented on that sticker as well. I believe that one is. And then, yeah, that is it for this section. Of course, like the nice waterfalls streaming down and everything just makes this beautiful. But now I'm going to put this in the circle orientation and in the straight out orientation, and then we'll be done. I'll be done with my showcase of the Old Town. So that's the Old Town in its full circle form, the full circle glory there. So yeah, it's awesome. But there is one more way you can display this Old Town, which I'm going to show you right now. And this is the final position that the LEGO Ninjago, the Old Town, can be in. It's a very nice position too, the straight layout. It looks nice, it looks good. And then you can see this layout on the back of the box there, on the back side. What it would look like from the back of this. But yeah, it's a very nice model. It looks super nice. But yeah, that is the end of my LEGO Ninjago The Old Town review. Thank you all for watching, and I will talk to you all later. Bye bye.